3 going out the door.
Okay.
My top 3 of my favorite moments of last night's draft.
Okay, great. Let's
I'd
go.
love to hear
Knowing that we'd be able to talk about it on the show today. Okay. One of them, and I'm removing Michael Penix Jr. being drafted 8th overall, because when you are hosting an NFL draft,
well, that's the most unexpected thing that
you want the most unexpected thing.
Right.
And we were trying to go into the draft figuring out when to expect the unexpected.
Right.
2nd overall is a little too much of an expectation level. 3rd overall, now that's that. Then I would turn around and because we're having a conversation, things go so fast. So the Bears did make the pick with 3.5 minutes to go on the clock last night.
I saw a clip. Ryan Poles, they told him to kind of wait 5.
Right, yeah, they waited 5. And it's funny, we showed the Bears cam, and Poles and Eberflus were just sitting straight ahead like this, sort of like putty on a plane, right?
Yeah.
Just staring right at the seat. Just staring right at the seat in front of you.
Something to read? No.
And then we cut back to about 2.5 minutes later, and they're all like chuckling, and one of them's on the phone like, hey, all right. And the next time we show high fives all around. So, and then the Commanders are on the clock, and we're talking about Jaden Daniels or Drake May. They make the pick. And then we're now talking about, Jaden Daniels and what that means for Washington and the Commanders and all of that stuff. And so I turn around and I look to see if the Patriots are on the clock and and how deep they're on the clock. And I see the words, the pick is in. And I'm like, okay, so no trades. They are going. Yeah, right. They are going in. They're going. And so, boom, that one's taken out. And then 4th, 5th overall pick, no trades. And then the 8th overall pick happens. So the unexpected happened in an unexpected spot. That is when you are hosting an NFL draft, chef's kiss. Certainly when it involves Kirk Cousins and it involves a team that thought that they were going to just, we all thought they were going to go defense, and then we wound up having 14 offensive players to start. So I'm taking that out of the mix here. Number 3 is when the Cowboys traded out. And I thought to myself, we'll talk about that with TJ the next day. And, there wasn't too much craziness that went down and happened right there. But that does mean that when they chose eventually Tyler Guyton, the tackle out of Oklahoma, they did, in fact, pick 29th overall. And Dallas did provide a great moment because they allowed the Lions to trade up. And that was a great moment for all of us in the
You're
draft.
welcome, Detroit.
So Jerry was just doing it for the broadcast, and he was doing it for the good people of Detroit.
Geppetto Jones. That's what he does.
And we all thought it was interesting, because Charles Davis asked if Tyler Guyton, or he asked that was what it was. He asked if Terion Arnold had reported as eligible, because it was involving Dallas. It involved the Dallas trade. Lions Dallas, as we all know, that was one of the biggest moments of the year. But that just meant that the Dallas Cowboys actually adding another individual to the Dallas Cowboys. Non-playing season, all in roster. So we are updating our Jerry Telethon tote board. There it is, 7. Tiffany.
Let's go.
There it is.
Congratulations.
7,
TJ.
everybody.
7.
All right.
Wow.
That was a great moment.
That was a great number.
I was looking forward to that moment all day last night.
I was pounding the table for a lineman for 2 months.
And I'm so excited.
You got one.
So we got
Congratulations.
Got one.
You wanted what you wanted, and you got what you wanted.
Well, I told you, Zoom calls between me, Jerry, and Steven, late night text messages. We got to
Can't wait to see what that number is going to be on Monday when we update it with 6 more rounds of the NFL draft. We'll see what the Dallas
13.
Cowboys do. Well, we'll see what happens.
Maybe.
All right. Number 2 was for you, TJ. In a way. Well,
yes, it's your birthday.
Because you are a wrestling guy, and you were the one. Listen, I'll be straight up with you. I wasn't fully aware of what's going on in the world of AEW, but you told me, hey, Tony Khan got his ass beat last night. That's basically what you told me.
Well, it's not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing
Not
matter.
at all, because he's clearly hurt. I mean, the man is clearly hurt. So what happened again? You told me.
Well, there was
Jack Perry did what?
The scapegoat Jack Perry, who was the son of Beverly Hills 90210 actor Luke Perry, rest in peace. He got suspended a few months ago for a backstage altercation.
Yes.
And so he came back, and I thought he and Tony were going to make amends, and they did not. He punched Tony in the gut, and then the Elite came down, the Young Bucks and Kazuchika Okada, and they proceeded to hit him with what I'm calling now a TK driver.
Okay, a TK driver, a pile driver version of.
And basically, like if
TK
you ever see
driver.
The Undertaker do the tombstone, it's that, except one brother jumps off the ropes, does a spin, and adds to the velocity of.
Jeez.
Well, we mentioned it on the show on Wednesday, and agent to the Stars Ryan Hayden, who is tight with Tony Khan, was here and let him know we gave him a shout out. He texted back that he was going to wear a neck brace.
Well, I don't think he had a choice in the matter.
I mean, again, that's how significant of an incident this was.
That's what happens when you get attacked by the elite.
So the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock at 17th overall, and right before it, I say to T-Man, Mark Titleman, our producer, I get in his ear, there's a button on our microphone that I'm only talking to the truck, and you're not hearing it at home. I say to him, is there a shot of Tony Khan on the Jaguars cam of him in a neck brace? Because if so, let's get it ready. And so he gets in my ear. He goes, yeah, no, we've got it. He's there. And I'm like, in a neck brace for real? Like, in a neck brace for real?
Well, he's hurt, Rich.
And then the Vikings trade up. Jaguars trade out, so that moment's got to wait. So now the Jaguars are finally on the clock, 23 overall, and they put it on the screen.
I mean,
I shouldn't laugh.
I
There's Shad Khan, who also got in the ring out of concern for his son's welfare, right?
Yeah, well, you would do the same for Coop.
Of course I would. Or Taylor or Xander. If any of them ever are on the receiving end of a pile driver on national television, you bet I would.
So I got to be honest, I can't believe he even showed up for work after the vicious attack.
And that he could move his head to actually look at the screen and hear me give him a shout out live on TV, where I basically said he's the first ever NFL executive to show up in a draft room in a neck brace because on the receiving end of a pile driver he received on national television in a wrestling ring the previous evening. So there you go.
Props to him for coming to work.
Look at him, man.
Some people don't come to work because they have a hangnail.
And it didn't affect their pick at all. I thought Brian Thomas Jr. out of LSU is a terrific way to supplement the loss of Calvin Ridley.
Great spot.
Well done on all fronts. But number one, last night, for me to come in here today and talk about it was when Bo Nix went 12th overall to the Denver Broncos. And I'm not just saying to talk about the worthiness of Bo Nix or what that means for Sean Payton with Bo Nix or if it's a fit, if anything works. No. It's because 6 quarterbacks went in the first 12 picks. Yes. And that meant 6 quarterbacks were off the board before the Indianapolis Colts were drafting at 15. And I immediately thought of this exchange I had with the general manager, Chris Ballard of the Indianapolis Colts, last Friday on this show. Do you think 4 quarterbacks go to start this draft? Clearly you're out of that market, but what do you think?
No. I've definitely thought about it because it pushes all these other guys down, which is a good thing.
Right.
Can we get 5 or 6?
There could be 4, 5, could even be 6 that go before you.
Oh, that would be awesome. I mean, that'd be awesome, Rich. Like you get that done, I'm on your show whenever you want me.
I can't. No one else is showing me their draft board either, Chris, So, Chris Ballard, I addressed him straight down the camera alley last night on NFL Network to tell him it's time for you to come back on the Rich Eisen Show, Chris, whenever we want. Should we just ask him?
Well, I think it's a Tuesdays with Chris
segment
during the season.
Like he's our Aaron Rodgers?
100%.
Where he shows up and he just pops off about any subject matter that comes in his mind?
Anything he wants.
Freestyling?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Have to. I mean,
6,
you heard
Chris.
The man say
6.
it.
By the way,
was his
it wasn't
idea,
even
too.
6 before 15. Chris, you could have traded up to 13 if you wanted. And we've got to be just as fine because 6 went in the first 12.
He took the first defender at 15.
I know. So you're welcome. And the question is, when do look at him? Party in the back indeed, man.
He is.
Party in the back. Hey, when do we want him?
Tuesdays, I think.
You think? No, just next week.
I think next week
is mandatory.
Monday, if we can get him.
What do you mean if we can get him? He said it's any time we want.
I understand.
What do you mean?
He's the GM of a team.
We're all busy. He
runs a team.
We're just doing 6, 7, 13 hours of television.
What's he going to do on Monday? All the undrafted free agents. He'll have signed all his undrafted free. The work really really gets hot Saturday night, maybe Sunday morning. By Monday, he's practically in Cabo San Lucas.
First guest up Monday, Chris Ballard.
First up,
right out of the gate.
Okay.
At worst, we get him.
And then
we
during the season, then Tuesdays
I did
during
text
the season.
him. He didn't text me back. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.